Hi friends, welcome to this video. I'm very excited for today's video because I'm going to be rating new makeup products for summer 2025. We've had so many new makeup launches and I thought that it's going to be nice to sit down and rate each of them. I'm going to give the new makeup products a rating from 1 to 10, 1 being a horrible product that I do not recommend and 10 being an excellent product and I wouldn't change a single thing about this product. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts because I've already used the product for a while and I'm going to let you know the pros, the cons, if the product is going to be the right one for you or not, because one makeup product doesn't work for everyone apparently. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you enjoy honest beauty talks, please take a moment to subscribe. I would love to welcome you to our community. If you're returning, welcome back, beautiful friends. You're already familiar with these videos that I make and you all love them. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I start showing you the products, I just wanted to let you know that I have already shown these products on my face in my previous videos. So in case you're interested in a certain product in particular, how it looks on my face, how it applies, I'm going to make sure to leave a list of all of the videos that contain these products so that you can see them close-ups of the products along with how they apply on my face. I'm going to start with the new Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow Stick blushes. I have 3 colors. I've already used them for nearly 3 weeks and I would rate these blushes 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because they're not too emollient like the Dior blushes, which create problems for a lot of people, and they're not too dry. I think that they have the right consistency, they blend beautifully on the skin, and they last a good amount of time considering that this is a cream blush. They can be used on the cheeks and on the lips, and today I actually have one of the stick blushes on my lips along with some lip liner. All of the details on my makeup is going to be in the description box. And they feel really nice on the lips as well, as long as you apply a little bit of lip balm underneath. My point is I really enjoy using these blushes. I think that the colors are incredibly successful. The colors that I have and that I have already reviewed are Rosy Glow, Pretty Glow, and Peachy Glow. And here the unique color, in my opinion, is going to be Pretty Glow because it is the only one of the very few actually wearable lilac pink colors that works beautifully on different skin tones. I think that lilac blushes are quite hard to make. The kind of lilac that actually looks good and doesn't make us look weird. And this one is a very beautiful lilac color that works really nice on the skin. I think that this is the only lilac blush that actually works also on warm skin tones, because lilac blushes are usually, they tend to look a little bit better and more flattering on cool skin tones. So this one is quite a unique color. I also love Peachy Glow. I think that it's the perfect color for summer. And in case you're interested in these, I'm going to link to my full review. I would recommend them. The packaging, I would say it's not my favorite, and that's why I'm rating it actually 8 out of 10. But if you're looking for a good cream blush, they are travel friendly. I would recommend these. I am giving them 8 out of 10 and not 10 out of 10 because I still do not love the packaging. I'm not in love with the packaging. It still doesn't feel that luxurious. I think that they could have worked a little bit more on the packaging. But other than that, I think that the consistency is beautiful. The colors are absolutely stunning and very flattering. And I'm going to link to my video where I actually reviewed these blushes so that you can see swatches on my face as well. And I also compared them to some of the best cream blushes that I've used. I have included also the Kierwise blushes, which I think that not many people talk about, but these are some of the best blushes out there that I have used. I've also included the Westman Atelier blushes, the new Dior blushes. So I'm going to link to my video so that you can watch my whole thoughts on this. Moving on to one of the controversial new releases, and this one created a lot of discussions in the beauty community. These are the new Dior Rosy Glow Stick blushes. My personal rating of these blushes is going to be 10 out of 10, and I'm going to explain why. Now, a lot of people disliked the fact that these blushes are quite emollient, they're quite sheer as well, and they leave this glossy finish on the skin. Also, another issue with these blushes is that if you use them on their own and your you have normal skin, your hair might stick to the face, which is quite unpleasant. However, I have done a whole video showing you how to use these blushes. For now, the colors that I have are Toffee and Candy, and I'm going to buy pink as well because I really love how these blushes work on my skin. Toffee and Candy are two of my favorites, and that's why I'm rating them 10 out of 10. First, starting with the packaging. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. It's consistent with the Backstage line. So this is a lip balm from the Backstage line, and this is the blush. You can see how they compare. And I think that specifically the two colors that I would recommend and that I think are quite unique here are Candy and Toffee. These blushes, however, they have a learning curve. They are a favorite for me, but I do understand that this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So go ahead, watch my video on how to apply the new Dior Rosy Glow Stick blushes. I'm going to have a link in the description box and decide if this is going to be the right product for you. But I think that if applied correctly, the hair is not going to stick to the face. And also they give the most beautiful ethereal glow on the face. And again, if used correctly, they can take years off the face. Particularly these two colors, I think, are the ones that I would recommend and that are quite unique and very nice. Speaking of Dior's blushes, I also wanted to mention the new Backstage Rosy Glow blushes. Again, I have two colors, the same two colors that I have from the stick blushes. I have Toffee and Candy. I would rate these blushes 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because the improvement is huge. The previous Rosy Glow Backstage blushes didn't have a lot of pigmentation. They would work for people with fair skin tone like mine, but some of the colors didn't have enough pigmentation, especially the pink lilac was a color that many people couldn't use because it didn't have pigmentation. They would easily get a hard pan, and they were quite unpleasant to use because you would have to really dip your brush many times. They were not well pigmented. These have a much better pigmentation. I think that the colors are beautiful as well. I think that it's a good reformulation from Dior. I am going to give them 7 out of 10 because I really like them. However, they are not quite unique. The two colors that I like in particular are Toffee and Candy, but also the pink lilac from Dior is a beautiful one. The colors, the pink and the pink lilac, are exactly the same like the previous blushes. So if you already have them, if they work for you, you don't need to buy the new ones. The only difference here is that they added these two new shades, Candy and Toffee, and from the previous shades, they made them a lot more pigmented. So if you wanted to use pink lilac, but you couldn't because it was not pigmented enough, then you could enjoy pink lilac now from this new formula. So that's why 7 out of 10. It's not groundbreaking, but they are nice if you like the packaging, which I know that a lot of people dislike actually the packaging, which they have a mirror on the inside, which is quite comfortable. And we have to take into consideration that the Backstage line is actually developed to be used by makeup artists, and that's why the packaging is generally lighter. And also you can see the colors right here. Same is with the Backstage stick blushes. The colors are a little bit different, so that if you have many of them, you can easily grab the color that you want. Next, moving on to a straight 10 out of 10 makeup product. I would even say this is 11 out of 10. It's my favorite. It is so beautiful. These are the new Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Shine Cheek Tint Shine. They have a matte version, which I love, adore, and I've used so much. And now they created the shine version. So this is almost like a 2-in-1, like a highlighter and a blush. I have the lilac now on my cheeks. And again, this is a lilac color that I think a lot of people can wear. It doubles as a highlighter. It melts into the skin so beautifully that I would rate them 11 out of 10. For me, they don't emphasize pores, fine lines. They stay put during the day. And these are the best ones, in my opinion. Like, this is the very best liquid blush or cream blush whatever you want to call it. I love both the matte version and then this illuminating version. As I mentioned, 11 out of 10. For me, this is just the best. Speaking of healthy glow and illuminating products, I think it's nice to move on to highlighters. And first, I want to rate the new YSL highlighters. YSL have been releasing incredible quality makeup lately, and the new highlighters, they released 3 new all hours hyper luminized highlighters. The color that I have chosen for myself is 01, and this is the palest shade. And this one couldn't get more beautiful. I would rate this highlighter 10 out of 10. Let's go ahead and start with the packaging. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, we have this leather packaging, we have the stitching. It's faux leather actually, but the stitching is so realistic, and it's this cream color packaging that has a little bit of luminosity. The packaging is absolutely stunning, beautiful. The color, again, gorgeous. The powder is so finely milled, so soft, so gorgeous. And it is a color that suits so beautifully my fair skin tone. I am going to link to my video where I used this powder on the face. It is angelic. It is exactly what I have been looking for. I have been looking for such highlighter actually for quite a while. It's creamy, it's soft, it's buttery. It is a dream come true for me. So 10 out of 10 for YSL and their hyper luminized highlighters. Whichever color you choose, it all depends on you. They have a rosy highlighter as well. They have one that is a little bit more yellow, but this one for me, irreplaceable, 10 out of 10. Well done, YSL. We're moving on to another exceptional highlighter, and this is again a 10 out of 10. These are the new Prada highlighters. I think that the formula of the new Prada highlighters is quite unique. 10 out of 10 because I wouldn't change a single thing about these highlighters. First of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. One thing that I have to warn you, however, if you only buy the refill is going to come without any protection. You're just getting the powder exposed. I would say buy the full case, because otherwise it will be hard to store the powder if you want to buy the refill only. This is the only downside here. But the quality of the product, it's out of this world. I have a whole review showing you the 2 highlighters that I have, champagne and pink, showing you close-ups, swatches in natural light, also how they look on my face, and these are divine. This is one of the most unique, if not the most unique actually, formula. They are so satiny, so soft, so gorgeous. And for me, both champagne and pink, they give a little bit of color. So they can be used almost like a 2-in-1, like a blush topper, or they can almost be used on my skin tone. If I build them up, they can be used as an illuminating blush. I love both of the colors. One recommendation that I have for Prada is to create a similar color to the YSL white highlighter. It's like a cream white color, which is going to complement fair skin tones like mine. This is what the Prada highlighters are missing, in my opinion. But even just like that, the rosy and the champagne, they work so incredibly beautiful on my skin. I could not recommend them enough. They are stunning. Next, we're moving on to my favorite brand, and this is Chanel, of course. And they released a new Le Beige makeup collection containing 2 beautiful products. These are multi-purpose. This is a 10 out of 10 product. And this is the Le Beige Healthy Golden Glow Powder. So this is a multi-purpose product because it can be used like a blush, a highlighter, depending on how you apply it. If you're light-handed, it can be highlighter, and you can mix the 2 colors together, or you can use them separately. I have Eclat du Soir. This is my favorite, the one that actually matches my skin tone best. I purchased also Soleil Couchant, but it's still quite dark for my skin tone, so I decided to leave it at our summer location where we're going to spend the most of our summer. In August, we're going to go. So I think that it's going to work, Soleil Couchant, for me in the late summer months, but for now, Eclat du Soir is the one that matches my skin tone quite well. So you can use this product in multiple ways. You can use them separately, you can swirl them together, you can use them on the eyes as well. This looks so beautiful and gorgeous on the eyes. I think it's quite a unique product that Chanel created, and a lot of people were afraid that this is actually going to be too glowy. I urge you to watch my full review of the new Le Beige makeup collection by Chanel. I showed you how it looks on my face and it's so flattering. And also, if you have these powders, definitely go ahead and try using them on the eyes as well, because they look divine with a match on the cheeks and on the eyes. It's chef's kiss. Speaking of Le Beige makeup collection, I have to mention also the new eyeshadow palette. So the new eyeshadow palette is going to be 7 out of 10. It all depends on you, whether you like this color story or not. I think that the color story is going to be suitable for the summer, and also for special occasions. It is also going to be suitable for the holiday season, because these golden colors are quite beautiful, but it's all up to you. Again, this one is going to be an acquired taste. That's why I'm rating it 7 out of 10. Even maybe I am a little bit in doubt whether I should rate this 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, because if we have to be honest, these are not the kind of colors that are going to complement all skin tones. And I think that Chanel should have created 2 eyeshadow palettes, one that is going to be a little bit more cool tone, because these orangey colors, let's face it, they're not everyone's cup of tea. That's why probably let's rate it a 6 out of 10. Still, the Le Beige makeup collection, it's a limited edition, but it would have been better if the palette was more inclusive. Still, I really like it. I enjoy using it, but I know that not everyone is going to love this palette. I have a full review again with a makeup tutorial, so I'm going to link to my video. Speaking of eyeshadow palettes, I think that I found the best neutral, cool toned eyeshadow palette, and I created a makeup tutorial. A lot of you said that this is the best makeup that I have ever created, so go ahead and watch the video, let me know. This is the YSL, let me go ahead and see, 720. It is, I believe it was called Captivating Dunes. So YSL don't write the name here on the back. This is a 10, not a 10 out of 10. This is again a product that is 11 out of 10. It is gorgeous, absolutely stunning product. It couldn't become better. Let's start with the packaging. It's the classic YSL packaging with the faux leather, the stitching. It is very luxurious, but also the colors, they are so beautiful. They are so beautiful, so flattering. And usually with neutral eyeshadow palettes, we are usually going to have this kind of warm toned neutral eyeshadow palettes. This is the first cool toned, or one of the few actually, one of the very few cool toned eyeshadow palettes that are so beautiful, and the colors blend beautifully. I'm not going to talk more about this eyeshadow palette. If you're interested, just go ahead and watch my full video, again with the makeup tutorial. Another eyeshadow palette that I wanted to mention is again by YSL, and this is 710. So this is Over Brune. And I know that this is not new, it's new to me. I have missed this eyeshadow palette. I'm so happy that I purchased it because the formula is exceptional. Again, this is a 10 out of 10 makeup product. I have a video with a makeup tutorial. I'm going to link it. It is a 10 out of 10. These two palettes are so beautiful, and it's all up to you to decide. One is cool tone, the other one is warm, but both are winners for me. They are incredible. The quality is gorgeous. The way they apply, the way the colors blend, the pigmentation is excellent, the packaging is to die for. Everything is a 10 out of 10 in these two eyeshadow palettes from YSL. And then we're moving on to Dior's new eyeshadow palettes, the new Dior Canache eyeshadow palettes. Now Dior keep releasing so much new makeup that it's impossible to buy everything, unless, I don't know, you're so rich, which I'm not. So I purchased all 4 of these from this limited edition collection of Dior, the new Canache makeup collection. Again, this is a 10 out of 10 release. There is not a single thing that I would change about this collection. It's all up to you to decide the color story. They have a brown, a coral, a pink, and a taupe, and I reviewed all of them. You can see close-ups of all of the palettes in natural light so that you can choose the right color story for you. I couldn't choose a color story. I had to have all 4 of them. The quality is beautiful. I am enjoying them so much. So I'm getting the most of my money because I know that these are colors that I can use every day. And I'm going to be using them for years to come. So for me, this purchase was so justified. I'm so happy because this is still limited edition. They are still available, but limited edition. So at some point they are going to disappear. I wanted to mention also a new skin tint from Lancome. I am going to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 because Lancome is one of the brands that make the best foundations. They're close to Chanel's quality in terms of foundation. Their foundations are always exceptional. And maybe I have the highest expectations when it comes to a Lancome makeup product. I'm rating this product as a 6 because it doesn't look flawless on my skin. So it doesn't blur pores, imperfections. It is a lightweight skin tint. It feels like nothing on the skin. It's very pleasant to wear. However, I think that if you have dilated pores, somehow it tends to lightly, if you don't prep your skin well, it tends to emphasize some of the dilated pores on the face. Other than that, it's a beautiful product. It's so lightweight. The packaging is travel friendly. It's cute. It's really nice, but probably I have a review so you can see how it actually looks on my skin. It's a lovely product. I think that it also has some skin caring benefits. I think that it's just that I have such high expectations when it comes to a Lancome foundation or tinted moisturizer or any kind of complexion product, because Lancome are flawless when it comes to their complexion products. And I think that my wish was for this product to be a little bit more blurring, which it is not. So it's lightweight, it feels like nothing on the skin. It has a light coverage, it is buildable, but if you have pores, specifically pores, it tends to emphasize them and it's not blurring. So you have to be okay with the texture of your skin to like this product. So that's why I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now we're moving on to new mascaras, and unfortunately I couldn't film a video with a roundup of all of the mascaras because my eyes got sensitive. They sometimes, from time to time, I get dry eyes because I tend to work a lot, read a lot, write a lot, and work a lot on computer as well. So that's why sometimes, from time to time, I experience difficulties with my eyes. So apologies for that. I really intend to film this video showing you each mascara and how it looks, comparing them side to side. But I had a period of time when I really couldn't wear mascara and I was very careful with my eyes. They are fine now, so I'm probably going to finally go ahead and sit down and film the video. So anyways, let me go ahead and show you, share with you my rating of the new mascaras, because still I had the chance to test them properly, and each of the mascaras that you're going to see I've already used for more than a month. So we're starting with the new Prada Scope mascara. I really cannot get over this beautiful packaging. So I would rate this mascara 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because the packaging is like at 11 out of 10. The packaging is so beautiful. It's really, it has this edge that Prada is famous for, and it's really lovely. I want to show you actually a close-up of the packaging so that you can see what I'm talking about. But this is probably the best packaging that I have. The wand, on the other hand, really amazing. Again, let me go ahead and show you. And I'm rating this mascara 8 out of 10 because it is actually a mascara that gives a considerable amount of length on my lashes. It doesn't give me really definition or volume. It does give my lashes a considerable amount of length, which is something that I did not expect. The packaging is beautiful, but apart from the length, it is an 8 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10, because I wish that it would give also a little bit more volume or maybe separation of the lashes. But for me, it only gives length. It's a beautiful mascara. It makes me happy when I use it because the packaging is gorgeous. I love Prada makeup overall. So if you're looking for mascara that gives length to the lashes, then this one is a beautiful one. Moving on to a next mascara that became my favorite, and this is the Gucci mascara. This is the new Le Magnétisme Gucci mascara. And Gucci are famous for their regular mascara, which I have to repurchase. It's so beautiful. This is the one that has the curved wand. And I would rate this mascara, let's say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because I really love it. It's not a 10 out of 10 because it has a learning curve. I'm going to link to my video where I first used it. First, I was not impressed with the mascara because it definitely has a learning curve. So if I'm careful, I get really beautiful lashes, but if I'm not, it tends to release a lot of product on the lashes if you're not careful. So the way I like to use it and how I feel it's irreplaceable for me is like a second coat of mascara. So first I'm going to use one coat of mascara, any other mascara that I have, and then I'm going to use this as a second coat. It adds a lot of length, volume. It just makes the lashes visible. So 8 out of 10 for the new Gucci mascara, but used on its own, maybe 6 out of 10, because if you want to use it on its own, it does have a learning curve. So used on its own, it's 6 out of 10. Used as a second coat mascara, it's a 9 out of 10, I would say, if that makes sense. So it all depends how you use it. The new Dior Over Volume Mascara. I wanted to like this mascara a lot because Dior are usually used to make some of the best mascaras and my favorite mascaras, Pump and Volume being one of them. And I was really hoping for this mascara to be like Pump and Volume. I would rate this mascara 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 because it doesn't do anything in particular for my lashes. It's not a bad mascara, don't get me wrong, but it's not one that I would repurchase. 6 out of 10 because the packaging is beautiful. It is same, matches the Ganache eyeshadow palettes, which makes me happy. You know, it's a luxury mascara, but it doesn't do anything special for my lashes. It doesn't give me length or volume. It's just like a regular mascara. So 6 out of 10, not bad, but not special really. I was expecting something like, wow, something like the Pump and Volume mascara that would give me a considerable amount of length and volume and this really dramatic lashes. This gives me regular lashes. So apart from the packaging, I can use any other mascara and it's going to give me the same lash effect. We're moving on to the new Sisley mascara that is not so new, but it's new to me, and this is the Fit Noir mascara. This one is a 9 out of 10 for me. I didn't expect to like this mascara because it is pricey. The wand, let me go ahead and show you the wand. It has this twisted wand, quite weird. And I didn't have high expectations about this mascara, but it gives me the most big and dramatic lashes. It gives me volume, it gives me length. I don't know what it is about this mascara, but it just makes everything for me, or at least for my lashes, it works so well. I believe that I have already rated this mascara, but in case you missed it, the new Lancome Flutter Extension Mascara, I've had this one for a while. You know, I think that I would rate this still 6 out of 10. Maybe, because it's not a bad mascara. It has a very teeny tiny wand, probably the smallest wand that I've used. But one thing that I have to tell you, and I need to update you. 6 out of 10 because, first of all, it doesn't give me length that it promises. But look what happens 2 months after starting to use the mascara, and I haven't used it that much. So just have a look at this. There is so much product on the wand that you literally have to wipe it now. It's just that so much product that it's impossible to be used unless I wipe it. So much of the product is going to be wasted because oh, I do see why I get so much product. Actually, it broke. Okay, so there is a stopper here. Okay, friends, have a look at that. So I avoid using this mascara because it used to have so much product on the wand, but it's actually because it broke. And I haven't used it that much. I've only used it because of the dryness of my lashes, I even haven't used it that much. So, okay, that's not okay for me because it's relatively new. So I'm gonna try and remove this. Maybe I need to, like, something. Okay, so there is a little stopper that is supposed to, you know, the brush is supposed to come out clean. So there's a little stopper here that is currently stuck right here. So I'm going to see if I can actually, yes, I was able to remove it. Okay, so here we have it. You can see. Okay, it's weird this happens on camera now, but I'm gonna try and fix it. Okay, so that was the reason. However, I don't think that I can put this. I think that it's not going to go inside, unfortunately. I don't know, guys, rate this mascara for me. No. So apparently this is not. No. So the mascara is completely destroyed. Or maybe I can just. Maybe if I just hold it and, okay, so here we have the wand, how it actually should look. Oh my God, I made a complete mess here. Look at this, look what happened. Okay, so this is it. So this is what the wand looks like. I cannot recommend this mascara. Having in mind that it does this, I cannot recommend it. So rate it for me. If you already have this mascara, let me know how it worked for you, and be careful maybe when you're opening it so that you don't get this problem like me. Well, that was a little weird. I didn't expect this to happen on camera, but anyways, just be careful if you have this mascara. Other than that, when it was working, it was not a bad mascara indeed. It didn't actually give me extension, any kind of length. It wouldn't give me any length to the lashes, but it was not a bad mascara. But just be careful if you have it, how you open it, and maybe to fix it in time, because for me now it's, unfortunately, it's irreparable. So we're moving on to the Giorgio Armani, the new mascara, and I have the small size. It is, I would call it like an 8 out of 10 or maybe 9 out of 10 because it gives beautiful lashes, beautifully defined lashes. It just gives elegant lashes. It gives a lot of definition, a little bit of volume, a little bit of length. It's very pleasant to use. It's quite natural looking, but it's buildable at the same time. So I'm definitely going to be buying a full size of this mascara once I run out of this smaller one. And I think that's it for mascaras. And before I go, I wanted to include a fragrance. I usually don't include fragrances in these videos, but this one is quite special and exceptional. And this is the new Nina Ricci Nina Rouge Crush fragrance. It is the most elegant and beautiful cherry scent. It's a floral cherry scent that gets me so many compliments that I would rate this fragrance like not even a 10 out of 10, but maybe 11 out of 10, 15 out of 10. It's such an elegant and gorgeous, gorgeous scent. And it's been a while since the fragrance is getting me so many compliments. The whole composition is beautiful. It has gardenia, rose, cherry, and a little bit of vanilla and cedar wood in the base, which add a lot of depth to the fragrance. The longevity and projection are incredibly good. On my skin, I would say that it lasts for approximately 6 to 8 hours. It all depends where I spray it and if my skin is moisturized or not. In my hair, it definitely lasts like a 24 hours. After 24 hours, I can still feel the scent in my hair, and that's why I'm giving it such high rating to this perfume, and that's why I wanted to include it here. Also, the bottle is so beautiful and gorgeous. It just makes me smile every time when I see it on my dressing table, so I definitely recommend checking this out, especially if you like cherry scents. I wouldn't compare it to any cherry scent that I have. I generally love cherry scents. However, sometimes they tend to be a little bit more boozy, a little bit more, or either too light and airy, or too boozy and kind of licorice. This one is a floral cherry, and that's why probably it just attracts everyone and develops during the day. It develops beautifully, so it's a gorgeous floral cherry scent with a little bit of warmth. And the bottle, again, this lacquered apple, it's lovely. And that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for spending time with me, for joining me in today's video. Let me know if you've tried any of the products that I mentioned in this video. What are your favorites? We're going to have so many new makeup launches as well. Dior are launching, actually they just launched a new, almost like a blurring filter setting powder I'm going to show you here. I'm quite excited to try this one. We still don't have it. And they also launched a blurring whipped blushes, which I'm excited to try as well. I think I'm going to purchase two colors for now. One is pink and the other one is more peachy. I'm going to write those in the description. We still don't have it at the time when I'm filming this video, but they are available in the US. I'm going to leave links in the description box in case you want to check them out. Also, I'm expecting my La Vie Belle Vanille Nude fragrance to arrive. I'm going to let you know what I think. Thank you so much once again for spending time with me. I truly appreciate your time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave me a comment. I can't wait to chat with you. Until next time, bye.